What's up, guys? Welcome to the Kind of Funny Gamescast post-show analysis for Xbox's E3 2018 conference. I'm Tim Gettys. This is one of the coolest dudes in video games, Greg Miller.
What up,
And over
Cry?
here we have #1 video game journalist, Andy Cortez.
Got all the scoops for you guys.
We got
Raisin Bran.
Nick on the shock mic over there. I don't know how much he's going to contribute.
I
He's
want to
there.
contribute.
You called out that it was the wrong intro, Andy, because it doesn't have Jared in it. But there's no Jared on this thing. So is it actually the wrong intro? Would we have been promising too much? I mean,
I'm okay with the intro, but for some reason there was a weird overlay thing where you could see my Starbucks.
and
cup
that's
through it.
because Kevin just put the video over us, which then keys out because of the green screen. Everybody be chill. They thought the thing is fine. It's all cool. You know
It's
what I
all
mean?
chill.
Except for the fact that Rocksteady didn't show up at Xbox.
So
The
nothing
one
is chill.
fucking protection I've been so goddamn sure about. I didn't believe the Superman thing. I wanted to believe and I leaned into it.
You wanted to believe
I
so
wanted to
bad.
believe so bad, but I never believed it in my heart of hearts. But I would have bet Nick Scarpino's fucking beard that they would have been a part of this conference.
You look like you
Me
just
too.
dealt with a death in the family.
I did.
You look
I did.
so stressed.
It's
DC
like
reference.
you've done it. You know, you've been there before where I was so sure. I was like and like so many people now on Twitter, of course, trying to play armchair quarterback on me here and be like, well, you know, they've always had a good relationship with PlayStation. Yeah, I'm like, no, I know that was key to my prediction of them coming to Xbox's stage. That Xbox wanted to come out this year swinging, which they did. Xbox had a lot of great stuff announced and
Big
done
dick
at Xbox.
swinging, man.
Okay, sure, but I mean, it just didn't happen. Didn't happen the way we thought it was gonna happen.
What a surprise. I thought it was a sure thing.
That they
Rocksteady
would be
here.
there.
Yeah. But I mean, again, I don't think that takes away from how excellent that conference was.
No, not at all.
I think that Microsoft fucking killed it. I will go on record saying this is their best E3 press conference they've ever had.
Wow.
The only one they've ever had that I know of, that I remember correctly, Halo and Gears game. Announced at the same conference, which is a big deal.
Right.
You know, because the people always complain like, oh, they only have their Trinity, like that's it, whatever. It's like, yeah, but that Trinity's usually kind of like dispersed over multiple years. To get it all at once, in addition to all the other stuff that we saw, I thought it was a very strong conference. Having said that, definitely some weird issues that I had. How are you going to show Battletoads without any type of gameplay?
Yeah,
How are you
yeah.
going to show Halo Infinite and not really explain what it is at all?
Yeah.
What
with
were
you on
all
that one.
those fucking screens on stage for?
Yeah.
Just to look cool.
I
did
thought
look
they were
cool.
It
gonna
looked
do
cool,
great
but
set design.
they used them at that one section for Forza. They played them, 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody
Cool.
in the chat made a great point where they were like, "Are all the white people in the white shirts in the crowd going to go up on stage?"
Yeah, that's
to
what I
play?
thought too.
And that would have been awesome to see them all join in a Halo Battle Royale.
Yeah, man,
game,
that
but-
would have been so dope. It's interesting because like so many amazing games were shown there. I love the presentation. I love how quick everything was. It slowed down a little bit in the middle, but I feel like that's important to kind of get all the Game Pass talk and all that stuff out
Yeah.
there. I feel like that wasn't handled perfectly. They should have had some type of announcement that enhances Game Pass. That's not just fast start. Like that's a weird thing that you shouldn't actually bring attention.
Which sucks
to.
because like you can tell that's something that her and her team have been really hard at work on. So when she announces fast start, it's like it doesn't get the pop that she wants. But she's like, "Fuck, this is really hard to make." you know?
Yeah, when it starts 2 times faster, guys.
Yeah,
That's
this
a
is
bigger
really
idea.
good, yeah.
I mean, still in that section, they say they can Master Chief later this year. Forza Crackdown more on the same day.
known
Today,
that.
Division, Elder Scrolls Online, Tamriel Unlimited, and Fallout 4.
I think they really dropped the ball with Master Chief Collection. Like now was the time. That was the time to do what I've been saying, which like you knew it was coming. Xbox One enhanced 4K. We fixed it, and it's out now. Like not hey, you still don't know when it's coming. Like that's really lame. Big letdown for me.
Cyberpunk though. Whew.
That was a great way to end it. You know what I mean? If we can't have Rocksteady, at least we have Cyberpunk. I'll take it.
That looked dope.
And that was such a great way to end it. Like that was I was looking on Twitter and I saw Jeff Keighley mention like, "Here comes the one more thing," and I was like, "Oh, are they gonna do it or not?" Like I wasn't expecting it. I feel like it rounded out perfectly though, and it's exactly what we wanted to see. It wasn't gameplay or anything, but it was still anything Cyberpunk. Man, I'm fucking in like sin, Greg.
Hidden like sin.
And like sin is in. Sin is very much in these
People
days.
don't say it is, but I think it
I
is.
thought it was interesting we didn't get any type of release, anything from Cyberpunk. The trailer just ended. So
Yeah.
we don't know much more than we did 4 years ago.
Just looks so tight though.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't matter.
It's E3. Remember, like I don't think maybe you would get more at the booth or whatever. There was talk of that they had CD Projekt Red had it for an unnamed RPG or whatever. You assumed it would be Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I don't know if that entails what that means, but you assume that they have some kind of presence there
Yeah.
where they'll get interviewed and asked, "Is it fucking this year, next year, when?" Not this year, obviously.
You were shocked with Devil May Cry 5?
Shocked about Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, I looked at you like I kept doing this double take, waiting for it to click in.
I mean, it looks very different than any other Devil May Cry that we've seen, especially different than Devil May Cry 4. Like that trailer starting off with them in the city and it looking like with like cops and stuff.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 4 had a real like Roman church feel to it.
Yeah.
And so it's like this looks very different. I'm obviously fucking in. That looks great. I loved the Nero character in 4. I know a lot of people didn't. Of course, I prefer Dante, but I think them together is great. The motorcycle weapon and the devil arm and all that stuff I think are really cool mechanically.
Yeah.
I love how stoked they are about it. And then them being like, this is our fucking best game ever. It's like, I believe that. I believe that they think that. And that's important when you're making action games because, you know, we don't get too many things like that anymore. Like things are so Dark Souls-ified. That the Bayonettas are out there, right? But for Devil May Cry to be back, I think is a really big deal. Shown on Xbox is so shocking to me because I was so sure it would be PlayStation exclusive and that Sony would be like, here it is.
I thought it was going to be scalebound. I saw the dude with the white hair, with that short sort of white hair, and I was like, oh my God, they're bringing it back. Like, holy shit. And fortunately, it wasn't.
What are you going to do, though? You know what I mean?
What are you going to do, Greg?
Can't do it. Can't worry
It is
about
what
it.
it
Yeah,
is, man.
He looked a lot like
The Sum 41
The guy from
Sam-
Sum 41.
Sam.
Wise, Sam
Worthington.
Fisher,
He was
Sam.
on. Is it Worthington?
Sam
he was on Up at
Worthington.
Noon.
Yeah,
That one time.
Worthington.
Yes.
Or not Sam Worthington.
Sam Witwer. You're talking about Sam
Sam
Witwer.
Witwer. It looked like Sam Witwer.
You see the star of Days Gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no, very fucking excited for that game. 2019. Let's go.
You want to run through everything that happened here?
Yeah, let's do it.
So they come out and they say they're going to have 50 games, 18 exclusives, and 15 world premieres. They started with Halo Infinite, showing dinosaurs, the fact that it's running on the Slip Space engine, and saying it's going to be Master Chief's greatest adventure yet.
Yeah, man. Really weird. Weird trailer. Weird way to announce the game. I'm hyped that we're getting more Halo, but like that whole thing did not look like Halo at all.
It didn't know.
The stone circles, really interesting. Like, what could that be? The dinosaurs and all that. Like, how does that make sense at all, time wise?
Oh, right. And well, they were like half rhino, half something. They weren't quite rhinos. I don't know. Maybe it's a prequel, or maybe we're jumping a little bit further back or something.
But I mean, with Chief, though, he looked real skinny compared to how he normally does at the end there.
I don't know.
When he holding his helmet?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm hyped about that, but it's like I am very disappointed that they didn't go into any more details about it in terms of what type of game it is. Saying it's his greatest adventure is like it's Chief. Like this seems to be the Halo 6 that I was talking about.
I'm looking over here. People are talking about the
Jump
Stone Halos
Force.
being the first Halos.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The first Halo's made the stones.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then so I mean, I honestly don't play Halo, so I can't even help you. Somebody said, Signal Yeast, they were on a Halo, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, do Halos have different ecosystems and things like that?
True. That could be it.
Yeah, they're on a Halo ring of space, rapid strike yell. So that could be what they're talking about.
So yeah, not to harp on it too much, but I just feel like for where Xbox is at right now, with them needing to bring it, I don't think that's them bringing it.
Sure, I could have gone for a more exciting, in your face trailer, but you kind of get that with Gears later on.
Yeah,
Open with Halo,
but I
close
feel
with
like
Gears.
You need both to like have gameplay and to know what you're looking forward to as an exclusive on the Xbox One.
Okay. Next one out was I skipped around, sorry. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, of course, exclusive. And then this is 2019. How'd you feel about that?
Dude, looks beautiful, looks gorgeous. 2019, a little longer than I wanted to wait. That feels like a great November game to me.
Yeah.
But
Get out of Red
I'll
Dead's
wait
way.
whenever it is.
Yeah. Just keep loading
Yeah,
the
it
first
looks
half
awesome.
of 2019.
That's definitely one that I'll be jumping into.
Yeah. Then we had it would be Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice. Shadows Die Twice with a word in front of it. From Software and Activision, world premiere 2019 as well. Be Samurai.
Look
cool.
dope. Look really
Looked
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not surprised it's not Tenchu because as we were watching, I'm like, this looks way too bright and not shadowy and stuff to be a Tenchu, even though shadows are in the name of it. But
Yeah.
I like the cool robot arm. Looks dope.
You like samurais, you like swords. We
Yep,
got that.
like
there.
all
That's
those
cool.
things.
Yeah. Then Todd Howard came out. Surprising. I didn't expect that. Fallout 4 is now on Game Pass, he announces, and then gives us our first look, he says, at Fallout 76. Confirming it's in West Virginia. It's 4 times the size of Fallout 4 in terms of a map. Awesome. I still don't know what the game is, which is exciting because I'm excited for Bethesda's conference. This is one of the main reasons I can't wait to watch tonight and call Pete Hines 10 minutes before they go live.
I think the fact that we saw multiple people walking in those scenery, I don't think it's. I think Jason Schreier was correct when this doesn't look like your sort of typical open world single player game.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be like have a lot of multiplayer
Yeah, you're all coming out of the Vault 76, and you all have to build your own settlement and do this thing, and have people jump in and out. Similar to Rust, that's been the rumor and all that jazz.
And in terms of presentation for a press conference that I always talk about, I feel like this is such a perfect example of how to do it. Have the big name guys come out, have Todd Howard come out, and like have people understand that he matters and why he matters.
Sure.
He represents Bethesda, and
cool
he's
tease
on
for
our
their
stage.
thing too, right?
Yep,
like
totally.
to link all the press conferences together, especially because you are partners in so many of these projects. The next one. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. This is a world premiere from Square. It's in the Life is Strange universe. It's an original story in the Life is Strange universe. You play as this boy, apparently. This is what I needed to double check. Andy, can you put in the Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, or honestly, probably the chat will know more than I do at this point. They said something about June 26th download. I don't know. It's not out on June 26th, right? Is it a free download? I didn't understand what they were talking about there.
I thought it was episode 1 would be
If episode available is June 26th. I wrote that down, but I didn't have time. Will
free
Delphi in
and
the
out
chat.
June 26th.
free.
Says Will Delphi.
It's free. So then so that isn't Life is Strange 2. That's its own thing, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, that's setting up.
It's a prequel to Life is Strange 2, free episode, and leads into the next game, says Giant Panda 602.
Thank you, Giant Panda.
What
I was
are they hiding
confused
from
about
us?
it. What are they hiding from us?
Why is it free? What are you doing?
What are you doing? It looked like a fun little adventure. The kid being a superhero. Like I said, I'll take that as my Superman game. That's fine. Then we had a Crackdown 3 trailer. Guess what, everybody? February 19th.
Guess
Or
what,
February
everybody?
2019, yeah.
7.0 or less.
Terry Crews running around, driving up walls, jumping, screaming. All right.
He screamed a lot.
He did scream. But in like the Terry Crews way,
Yeah.
which I'm fine with.
I mean, it looks like just a game that I would love to just
Dick
have
around in.
Yeah, just totally dick around.
Get in with your friends and dick around. And yeah,
That's what you
got
got to put on the back of the box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just come dick around, you know?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Nier Automata Become as Gods edition was there. Xbox One Enhanced, of course, coming out June 26th. All the DLC, all the jazz.
Fantastic name.
Yeah. Become as Gods.
It's one of the songs in the game.
That's
Sure.
great, though, that it's coming. I feel like that's the type of game that should be everywhere and not limited to a system.
Yeah.
Next up was Metro Exodus, getting a February 22nd release date.
Looking fantastic.
That's
Yeah.
22nd
Damn, that
date.
thing is pushing Xbox One X.
That 22nd date is getting kind of packed up.
Yeah.
A lot of things are happening on February 22nd. Did
February
you notice that?
22nd is the new October 26th. You
That's
know
what
what I
they
mean?
say. I do understand because I've played video games and bought them all on that day. That one time.
It looked beautiful, though.
Give me
man.
1 second to check on
It looks
something.
horrifying, but yeah, it's just such a dark, dreary ass, depressing world with monsters that are gonna scare me a lot, Tim. And honestly, I might sue them if it scares me too much.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'll, as your lawyer, I say you could do that.
Thank you, Nick.
100%.
Thank you, Nick.
What? Why would you do this? I ask you very simple.
So it looks
for
like
example.
episode 1 of the Life is Strange game is free. So maybe the other ones aren't. If there's
Oh, okay. I see.
Wait, so what are we saying?
Episode 1 of this Captain Underpants game might be free, but the rest of them are not going to be free.
But yes, well, you said it was a lead into the next season, or Captain, whoever the fuck said that, right?
Yeah.
In the chat. You don't know. You don't know what you're fucking saying. You're saying, yeah, right.
Greg.
I'm trying to figure something out here for embargoes. It's not going all well because there's like a million emails that I'll say
Overall,
embargoes, but don't do
just going
anything I
back to
want them to
the
do.
broad talk about this conference, I feel like Microsoft did
Gotcha.
probably the best job that anybody ever has of being like, hey,
Got it.
we're trying to make things better as a brand,
We're
as
growing,
Xbox, that
yeah.
we're growing, and we have services that matter, and we have games that matter, and we have third-party games that are better here, and exclusives, and it's just kind of like overall picture of we're not fucked, we're working on our next console. Like, there was just a lot of just all of it.
Yeah,
you
we're
know?
building our fucking army of studios first party.
Oh, we'll get there. Let's
That's
keep
cool.
going. We're talking about partnerships. Kingdom Hearts came out, obviously. Showed the Frozen World there.
Yeah, for the debut of Frozen World, like the not debut of the release date, but the debut in terms of like a widespread mainstream
Sure.
thing. January 29th, way later than anybody would expect or want it to actually get a release date. First ever actual delay of the game because they've been saying 2018. I thought that was a very bad trailer. The sound effects were super off and weird and
It was
classic
really
Kingdom Hearts.
bad.
A weird way to first show off Frozen, which is a thing a lot of people wanted. But whatever. It's Kingdom Hearts. You already know if you're super hyped or you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
And also being on Xbox stage, important.
Okay. Chat saying that Aaron Greenberg has confirmed that Halo Infinite is the sequel to Halo 5. And I don't know if there was a doubt
Points
about
for
that,
Tim.
but there you go.
Points for Tim.
Sea of Thieves came out, got to talk about the fact that they're going to have the Cursed Sales come out in July, and then in September, the Forgotten Something. It went too fast. I didn't write it down. But hey, if you're a Sea of Thieves fan, more
There's
content
more.
coming July and September. Andy's
Didn't linger
excited.
too long on that.
Suck it up.
Which I thought was good.
Suck what up?
Just suck it all up, man.
Well, okay, fine. Then it was Battlefield 5's time to come out and show a trailer, really, and not really do much else. So here's Battlefield 5. Still coming.
A snippet at the little
Unnecessary.
stories or whatever. Yeah.
Yep, they just wanted to be there for some reason. Then it was Forza Horizon 4's exclusive world premiere from Microsoft Studios. You get to interact with other humans in the world, which is everybody's favorite thing. That leads to fun, they were saying, talking and interacting with other humans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going back to Battlefield, that's weird that it was so short and nothing because yesterday EA hyped up that things were going to be shown at this
They'd also be on
conference.
this thing, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I didn't miss anything, right? I didn't black
No.
out and just popped and that was it.
Yeah, you pass out, dude.
Head on my table. Back to Horizon 4 then, yeah. Other Humans of the World, it will have 60 frames per second mode on Xbox One. It's coming out October 2nd. It'll come to Game Pass that day as well.
Is it me or did
August
Halo
10th
Infinite
down
look
there.
graphically dated? Andy Unhinged, I kind of agreed. When the Warthog was kind of on the dirt road, it looked it didn't look super up, to date. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Modern, I guess. I
No,
don't know,
I'm
something
with you.
weird.
No, when it was going, I thought it was going to be a tie-in like Halo Wars or something. It was a trailer
Yeah.
leading into that, and then it wasn't. I was like, oh, okay. Halo Infinite, right? But I'm with you that I didn't think the trailer looked like stunning.
Yeah.
For an Xbox exclusive, this is, one of the big things they're going for.
Xbox One X.
There you go. Then this is where Phil comes out to talk about exclusives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talks about increasing the investment in the existing franchises they have while amplifying new investments and bringing new things in. They announced that they have a new studio that they formed called The Initiative. This is the one led by Daryl down in Santa Monica. We were talking about this on Kind of Funny Games Daily a few weeks ago that they were hiring down there. It's true. Brand new first-party studio. They're out there.
Most exciting of them, I think.
You think so?
In terms of their next game, in terms of how big of a deal it's going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then they got 4 more studios they bought. Undead Labs, of course, the State of Decay folks.
Not
Congratulations.
exciting. Who knows the difference?
Well, I mean, congratulations to those people.
Congratulations.
Now
but
I
I'm
think
saying
they have
that,
more, now they have a bigger pipeline of money and to hire more people and make or whatever State of Decay 3 or something like that. And I'm not saying that was more
I'm
exciting.
just saying, like, there was a couple of these that I'm like, all right.
Then they bought Playground Games, the makers of Horizon, who are working on a new open world game, which forever has been rumored to be Fable. Then they bought Ninja Theory. I thought that was way more exciting.
That's.
Yeah.
I mean, no. So here's my thing. I mean, I put that second. I think that's a huge deal.
Yeah, yeah.
We know what they're capable of, and that's good stuff. I
Yeah.
think that the initiative. I imagine there's a plan there where they're like they want that team to make the next Halo, like the next big. Xbox
Oh, yeah, like the
thing.
next
That's
giant
why I
IP.
think it's like the
Sure,
most
but
exciting.
I get you. I just feel like we're not going to see a game from the Initiative for another 4 years.
Yeah,
whereas
totally.
Ninja Theory will have something in 2.5.
You see them trying to be like Naughty Dog to Sony. Sort of
Exactly.
thing?
I think
Yeah.
them trying,
That's
I think
why I
them
think
trying to be
it's a big
Sony
deal.
Santa Monica,
Okay.
right? I think that's what the Initiative is going to try to be. And then they bought Compulsion Games, makers of We Happy Few. We Happy Few then got to come out there. August 10th is the release of the thing on the Xbox One X, or like the full blown version. Then we got a PUBG trailer. It's still calling it a console launch exclusive, calling out Winter 2018. I don't know if that was calling out. I haven't done any research. Chat can correct me as we go. Was that calling out the new map, or was that calling out a full launch? Because PUBG's still in beta, right?
They were talking about the new maps, yeah.
Okay.
But when they say exclusive, I guess it's coming to Xbox first because we assume that PUBG is gonna come to PS4, right?
At this point, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody cares anymore.
Because the
People care,
yeah
I know,
the
but you know what I mean.
the new maps are essentially the
Okay,
Savage
the snow
map.
map.
Yeah.
Winter 2018 is the snow map, according to Space.
But that new jungle map, which has been on PC and sort of in beta testing,
Gotcha.
is eventually coming to Xbox.
Cool. Then the one for Kevin, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition world premiered. You got a wolf or some kind of husky smoking a pipe, and Zyger's very excited.
The chat was excited for that. It
Yeah.
seems like it's a definitive edition of a game that came out like 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So,
Then it was Division 2. Washington, D.C., world premiere. There's a new Civil War going. It's coming out on the Snowdrop engine. It's coming out March 15th, 2019. We got a long gameplay demo of it.
excellent demo.
Yes,
That's how
excellent.
you show that type of game.
Yep.
That shit looked fucking rad. The trailer before it looked cool. The setup was great. The like what you were doing in the mission and
Yeah.
like how it all looked.
Yeah.
Fucking cool.
As a big Division fan, I love the idea of DC, a new city. I love the idea of a new season, something I never thought about really. Of like, oh yeah, it's been winter forever with the Dollar Flu. They said this is 6 months later. Obviously, we're into summer. It's super hot. They were saying you saw these lush green, overgrown environments in DC that then led out into like the Capitol, and they talked about the National Mall. And we got on Air Force One. It's like I can't fucking wait to see what it's like to go into the White House or shoot around, like shoot in the Lincoln Memorial and do that kind of stuff on the mall. Those kind of iconic national monuments used inside of a Division game where it's going to have this crazy story and loot and all this crap. I can't fucking wait. I thought it was interesting to see those NPCs, the one community leader and stuff. I don't know if that's just that one mission or if it's going to be multiple things like that, but that's different from what we've seen before out of Division 1. So super stoked to know more about that. I can confirm, I guess, probably, right, that I'm going to play Division 2 now at E3, and I'm hosting that panel on Thursday at the Coliseum if you want to come by and get more information.
I'll see if I can drop by, Greg.
No, I booked you against it. You have stuff to do.
Shit.
You have to go play games for us.
Fucking shit.
Sorry,
okay.
man. I didn't mean to do that to you,
That's
but I did it. Then they came on and did their Xbox Game Pass section with Ashley Spiker. This is the one you were saying was not the best way to do this.
Yeah, I feel like that it was I was telling Andy when you were in the bathroom, it's very important that they did this, and I understand why they did, and like to kind of for the investors and for all the stuff that we talk about and why EA has such a horrible conference. They had to do this here, and I think that they did a good job. It just they need to give us more. They need to give the people that actually know what they're talking about something big, and I think they really dropped the ball with Master Chief Collection.
Okay.
You want to see a bigger title announced? Or?
I honestly, Master Chief Collection. Like, we fucked up, and
later
we're
this year,
fixing
they
it.
said, man. Later this year.
We knew that.
I know.
But we've known that for like a year now.
I know.
Like, if you can't have that figured out and ready at your big E3 conference, what the fuck are you doing? Even a date, even just like, it's coming in July, it's coming in August, coming in October, coming in November. Who the fuck cares?
You're getting fast starts in June for some stuff. This is the June update will bring fast start for some things, for some of these games on Xbox Game Pass. That'll give you twice the speed to start it. Master Chief Collection later this year. Forza Crackdown and more the same day, and we'll get to some of those later on. They're in here. And then today, The Division, Elder Scrolls Online, Tamriel Unlimited, and Fallout 4 are all there. Real quick, because I love arguing about games I love or I'm interested in, like The Division 2. Kebabs in the chat goes, Greg, that assumes the U.S. government is letting Ubisoft depict shooting gameplay in those monuments. They will 1,000% shoot in those monuments. Like, you're not going to have a game and have those things walled off and not be able to go in there. The government doesn't have that kind of say. Fair use policy, it would allow you to do that. It's a thing. Shut up, Kebabs. I love you very much.
Ever watch Air Force One, man?
Fucking
shit, dude.
You ever see a little movie called Spider-Man Homecoming?
Independence Day?
Come on, man. Let's get
X-Men 1?
We rolled in then. We rolled into ID at Xbox's segment then. Now, I wrote this down. I didn't get it all, but I'll give you what I got. Outer Wilds is a console launch exclusive over on Xbox. After Party popped up, which everybody's excited about. I'm going to confirm because I want to that they're coming on our GameSpot afternoon streaming. That is a Game Pass game as well.
So I don't know about that. It looks interesting.
After Party
That
is the
trailer
one
was
is the
cool.
next game from Night School. They are the folks who did the one I always forget when I get to it.
You and I, yeah.
No, it's you remember this one? It was fucking shit. I always fuck this up. I always forget that. It's the one where you're the girl, and it's a narrative-driven one.
Oxenfree.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Trevor Trove.
Janina Gavankar, friend of the show, is in After Party. Her and Sean, one of the developers, coming by our GameSpot stage to talk about it there. Awesome. But this is the one that, you die, and it's about the after party in hell and all that jazz.
It's a pub crawl in hell, essentially.
Okay.
They showed Kingdom 2 Crowns, Golf Club 19, that new Warhammer Vermicelli or whatever the hell it is.
This is their idea
Vermintide.
Xbox section,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Vermicelli.
Yeah.
You're hungry, aren't you?
Yeah,
Ray?
a little bit. I got a little nosh on. Fringe Wars Below, which is still a console launch exclusive from Cappy whenever that comes. Conker's Blade, I think. I don't know. We're getting down to where my thing is here. Something Waking, which is a console launch exclusive. Raji. Super Meat Boy Forever. Planet Alpha. Islands of Nye Battle Royale. That was that one you're talking about, Battle Royale popping up.
NYNE, man.
Sable. That Herald game that I don't remember. Bomber something or other. I can't read my handwriting. Maybe that's... No, I don't know. Children of Morta. The Wind Road. Wargroove. Generation Zero.
Wargroove.
Dead Cells, which I played on Switch and really, really liked.
It's fucking dope.
And then Ashen, which is the Xbox console launch exclusive.
There was one game in there that I was like, that looks fucking cool. And you're like, oh, yeah, we know about that. I don't know what it was.
I need more than that right now.
The Fox?
Sable.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one when I was at Judges Week playing over there. It looks cool.
It looks like a Journey type, like stylized as fuck.
Yeah, it's a little more.
unique
Yeah,
look.
I didn't get much time with it or whatever, but it's like one of these indie games that has you run around doing your thing. Up next was Tomb Raider. When I didn't think they'd be there, Tomb Raider was there. Look at that, Shadow of the Tomb Raider right there.
How about that?
September 14th, 2018. Oh, it's 3:00, so I can actually tell you. I played this at Judge Week. I'm gonna do reactions after this. We'll put it up on YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames. But I liked what I played. It is more of Tomb Raider, the gameplay I love because I love Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider. The problem I have is that it is extremely dark and dark to an interesting level of the Lara Croft adventure we've had, right? It's kind of like making this weird crossover.
version.
Yeah, but I mean, like in the same way, like Naughty Dog was always very clear, like, Uncharted is the pulp adventure. It's a pulp action adventure, right? You're doing this and like Drake kills a bunch of pirates and smiles, right? Lara's not like smiling here. And she's also like fucking brutally murdering people.
Does it feel like Warrior Within after Sands of Time?
A little bit. Might be. But I mean, it was like, she's up in a tree and she arrows a dude in the arm or whatever, and she comes off to pull him up into the tree, then meets him halfway and like stabs him a bunch of times and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. But like they're putting a whole bunch of stealth gameplay in there and having you like, recede into the bushes or whatever and grab people and pull them in. But then also like, Nick, this is for you.
Yeah.
You can, when you're there, like she's like getting into the whole like, jungle she's in or whatever. So she's like predatoring it and like rubbing mud on her face
Yeah.
and pressing up against the walls and like closing her eyes and then fucking popping out like the boogeyman and grabbing people and shit.
Someone said it's a lot like Rambo 3. Remember when he paints himself as a tree and then opens his eyes and kills the guy?
Sure.
yeah.
But it was in Predator too. I'm not wrong, right?
No, Predator, yeah, but that was because the Predator could see heat. Now,
Yeah.
if you're telling me that there's a special kind of mud that would allow you to go invisible, I'm in, sir. I'm in.
Show me that mud.
Show
me that
mud.
mud.
I guess I'll do more in the reacts. I can talk more in the reacts about it or whatever. So there's more stuff. There's more. I think the storyline is actually really interesting. I think they might be, and I'm sure they'll walk it back when they get there. I think they might be toying around with the idea that, at least in the very, I think they're toying around with. I don't know if it'll actually be that Lara's the bad guy. There's definitely a bad guy with goons or whatever, but he actually is like I'm gonna use these two things and combine them to make a world where I don't need people like this. I want to like fix hunger and famine and all this shit, right? And like Lara literally sets the apocalypse in motion in what I played, and it's like, huh. Like and the guy's like, I'm gonna go fucking fix. It was in the trailer. The guy's like, I'm gonna go fix this now because I have to because of you. And it's like, huh. I wonder if it's. I mean, I'm sure at the end he'll be a horrible fucking murderer like everybody else. But it's like, man, I wonder because everybody in the town loves him. Now, granted, they love gangsters and Yakuza, so who knows?
I feel like I know the answer to this, but is there a chance that maybe there's like choices you can make that maybe there's a split storyline? Because the trailer, because that sounds like too much for them for that type of game. But the trailer, there was a lot of kaleidoscope things going on.
Yeah.
Where like, especially the last shot of her on the water and one looked dark and one looked not dark. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be a cool way to do it, I guess. But I don't think you can get around doing some of the stuff. Let's move on. We can talk about that later. Session popped up next. We all thought maybe it was going to be Skate and started getting crazy. It's a console launch exclusive from Creature Studios. It's a skating. Get on there, skate.
Session
skate
is
better.
an upcoming skateboarding video game developed by Montreal independent developer Creature Studios for Microsoft Windows and Xbox One. It's expected to be released in 2019. The project was successfully funded via Kickstarter in November 2017 within 3 days of its opening, and it is the spiritual successor to Skate. So they're totally like, if EA is not going to do it, we're going to fucking do this, and we want to do it right. As a
these
big
people
fan of
that worked
skateboarding
on
games,
Skate?
No.
Oh, okay.
But as a big fan of skateboarding games, I feel like what we saw, I'm totally in for. Like you need to combine that type of soundtrack with skateboarding, and that's all you need for it to get me excited. So I'm here.
Sort of more towards the realism. Dun. That's the Tony Hawk sound effect.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Up next was Black Desert, an MMO RPG. So there you go. MMOs are back from Pearl Abyss, console launch exclusive. Then it was Devil May Cry 5, Capcom,
Yes, dude.
world
Fuck
premiere,
yes.
Nero, spring 2019. Dante popped up at the end.
Yeah.
Anything to add? You're a big
Someone
fan.
in the chat was saying there's 3 playable characters. Cool. I buy it. I hope there's no backtracking because that's really what ruined Devil May Cry 4.
Gotcha.
You pretty much played through the game as Nero, and then you had to backtrack and do it all as Dante, and it was not fun.
Damn it, I had a funny thing from the chat, but it's just moving so
Starting
quick.
Infection says controls are
Thanks,
terrible in Session.
There was a demo put out. I haven't played it.
From there, then it was the Cuphead DLC announcement.
Dude, fuck yeah.
We got Miss Chalice, a new playable character.
I'm so all about this, man. I didn't expect to see something from them for a very long time.
Yeah.
I would hope for DLC. This is kind of the perfect outcome for me because of Cuphead 2, that's going to take forever. But a new island that's at least 5 or 6 levels.
New bosses, they said.
Yeah, so I imagine we'll get 1 or 2 platforming levels and 4 to 6 new bosses.
You got to assume
Fucking
that
awesome.
now they found a way to sort of streamline their workflow and are able to pump this shit out quicker. But Tim, you beat part 1. I have no doubt that you can beat this.
I think this is one of the best.
And I gotta
You
say,
can't
fucking
do
do
it.
it.
It's really turning me on.
2019 for
Damn.
Cuphead
Hell yeah,
DLC.
man.
Then they showed Tunic, a game I've been talking a lot about in terms of like when I come back from a PAX. This is a game where you're a fox and it looks a lot like Zelda. It's always looked awesome. It looked awesome here. It's a console launch exclusive for Xbox, so hats off to them. I don't know what as they pointed out, it's Finji, the developer. I'm probably saying it wrong. Maybe it's Fin. No,
I think you got it right.
It's like one guy working on it, so we'll see when it actually comes out. But I'm on the mailing list, and I have been since before it had a name, so I'm pretty big into this game, guy. From there, from here on out, he says this is gonna be world premieres from here, says Phil Spencer. We got Jump Force from Bandai Namco.
Holy
One Piece,
shit.
Naruto, Dragon Ball, and Death Note come
Fucking
together.
Death Note at the end. Get hyped.
Fighting game?
It looks to be a fighting game. I don't know exactly the style Andy brought up that kind of looks like Pokken with the isometric thing, but that was just a total CG trailer, so we don't know what it's going to end up being. I am not the most educated on this, but there's a Shonen Jump is like a
Naruto.
is all that type of stuff. Yeah. And there was a Shonen Jump fighting game on the GBA, I want to say.
GBA!
2D, and Optimus
Say it.
Prime was in it.
Say what?
GBA, say GBA.
GBA?
Thanks.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and there was a lot of stuff.
Thanks,
So
Nick.
this looks like as far as I know, it's the first time it's coming to the West.
Yeah.
I'm fucking here for it, man. Like, are you kidding me? Death Note in a fighting game? I don't know how it's gonna work.
Just write down the people you want to fight, and then they go fight.
I think Ryuk's gonna fuck people up.
Yeah, you better.
Ryuk's just like kind of Pokemon or something.
Dying Light 2 was the next game to come to the stage. It's 15 years since the fall. It's going to be your choices, your world. They call this the modern Dark Ages. Your choices have real consequences. As somebody who played the original Dying Light, didn't beat it, this is moving away, it looks like. Granted, at night, they were still the monsters and all that shit, but it is way more man's in humanity to man, and over, mossy building tops, grassy things. The parkour, is there, but it did seem to be, you're more engaging with actual humans and like trying to figure out what's going on in this world. Nick, you had something to say, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just listening to you.
Oh, okay.
I played a few hours.
Perked
Dying
up.
Light.
You perked up for the
I
Dying
played
Light
a
2
few
stuff.
hours. It looks
Yeah.
like they put a little more complexities into it, and there's a lot more going on during the day, which is
Yeah,
great.
yeah, exactly.
So that's cool.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just feels like sort of the next logical step for the next game. Like you have to sort of add
Sure.
something on to the next version. of it.
You say that, but it seems like, especially to debut that and really focus on that this entire time, that's a real evolution of that game. Of like, cool, we were a zombie game, you were running around from all these hordes before. Now it's really you trying to make, because they were talking about like, if you do this and you complete this mission, you open up this water. You don't have to do this. You do
You
this
feed your
mission.
little compound. or
Exactly. Then now they have water and all this. Like, you're going to change this world dramatically, and I assume that affects the relationships you have with the good and bad guys in the town. That's a cool,
whatever. Cool dynamic.
dynamic and distance from what it was before.
Yeah.
We'll see though. Next, Battletoads. Exclusive world premiere, Game Pass at launch, 3-player co-op 2019, no footage shown.
Yeah, man, they're doing it. I'm shocked that we're actually getting a Battletoads game, but it seems to be what I'd expect if we would, which is a remake of the old games, but with modernized hand-drawn 2D art. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of that in 4K. So you can kind of visualize what that looked like. We got a little bit of the hover bikes that we saw there.
Yeah.
If it's in that style, that could be cool. But yeah, no, it's a big disappointment to not see actual gameplay. Like that's the type of game you
They
can't
just haven't
like,
had enough time to work on it.
Yeah, no. You did though.
Just Cause 4 was the next thing. It was the world premiere, the official confirmation there of Just Cause 4. World premiere, December 4th. Kevin's going to go blow more shit up, I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
He loves that Just Cause. Then, it was a Gears of War logo that got cut through the wall, obviously, with the Lancer, and it was Gears Pop.
This is the new Lego franchise.
No, Gears
We're
Pop.
gonna see Pop everything now.
Based on, I see what you're saying. Funko Pop. This is a Funko Pop Gears of War mashup game coming 2019 from Microsoft Studios to mobile devices, iOS and Android. Everybody cheered when they saw it, and then they saw the pop, and it got real quiet. And like, what? Then they talked about the Gears Tactics coming to the PC. This is 12 years before Gears 1. It's a turn-based strategy game. And then it was Gears. I put 5. Is that right? Are we up to? It's Gears 5 now.
Gears 5.
Okay, that didn't sound right for some
Yeah.
reason. Gears
So the
5.
rumors were right. 3 Gears games being shown off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm impressed that they weren't going with Gears 5 for one of them. Like, that's a bold move.
Yeah. It sounded like our boy Rahul Kohli was in that.
Yeah, dude.
I'm trying to figure out, because also I'm not the biggest Gears fan, as you all know. What was the woman's name? Kate? Or Kate? I had Cade, and I'm trying to figure out if she's, and I asked the chat if she was the Laura Bailey's character. Nobody had an answer.
She's the one
for
that
me.
looked like Alana in Part 4. So it is Laura Bailey's character. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
yeah.
you.
People in chat were talking about it.
Okay. And then some people are calling her Kate. Oh, with a T? Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thank you very much. It is Laura Bailey's character. Has Rahul Kohli confirmed that it's him?
I don't know. I
Rahul?
tweeted at his ass.
What has he tweeted? You know, Rahul likes to suck up all the attention. I'm sure he would have tweeted about it then.
Yeah. No, he doesn't give a fuck about us.
He's
dude.
at the Xbox conference. So
He
I
just
assume.
blocked me. I don't know.
I'm gonna call him.
Oh,
We're
man.
just dialing up Rahul Kohli.
You're gonna call him
Nudie
right
says,
now?
hey, Nick, did you see any wigs in the conference?
No, I did not see any wigs.
Oh,
But,
good.
you know, I wanted to take a moment here and say a lot of people giving Phil Spencer a lot of crap for that
Who's
kind
giving
of
him crap? He looked great.
shirt jacket that he was wearing. I thought it was cool. It's sort of like a Chambry-esque denim-looking jacket, but not denim. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
Do you?
He's had better.
Has he had better?
Yeah, last
I just
year's
want to.
Okay.
was fucking
I just
dope.
want to see him walk in and be like, "Hey, Andy, you're here. Hey, we got some pizzas, man." Like it's like he's totally like the cool.
Phil?
Yeah,
you
the
swear
cool.
that he's some dude's Phil.
Rahul, it's Greg Miller from Kinda Funny. You're live on our Twitch post show for the Xbox conference. How are you?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Good. We were confused. Was that you in the Gears trailer?
No,
Really?
no, absolutely not.
Why were? But you were there. Like I can see you. I can see.
With,
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to Bethesda 2 and other stuff. No, I was just there as a fan.
But you've been teasing a lot that you're going to be in a game. Is this like one of those things where that was you in the trailer, but you can't announce it yet?
He's lying.
Andy says you're lying.
I am doing a voiceover, but no, nothing that big.
What's the game you're in? Has it been announced yet?
It hasn't been announced yet. No.
Well, you're live on Twitch. Do you want to just tell us now what it is?
I can't. I'm not allowed.
But I mean, like,
How much trouble I'll get into?
is it Rocksteady? Is that why? Are you in the Rocksteady game?
Oh, that one. I do know about that.
Yeah, right. You don't know shit.
It's gonna be good.
All right. Well, you go have fun. We love you.
Bye, Rahul.
Love you too, man.
Bye.
I'm gonna
Bye.
Try and make it down and see you guys soon.
Oh,
Yes.
good. Yeah. Come, please do.
Awesome. All right, boys. Take it easy. Love you.
Love you too. Bye. These funhouse fucks.
These funhouse
fucks,
man.
I'm so jealous of all of them, dude. Me too.
Gears 5. Okay, so yeah, Gears 5. You're playing as Kate. You're on your journey. You're outside the capital city, but there's drama inside it too. The guy's not Rahul. It's Game Pass at launch. It's 2019. Before they got the Cyberpunk interruption, again, back to Yves Guillemot predicting next console generation being the last. Phil was like, we're working on Microsoft AI. We're working on cloud streaming tech that's going to be console quality gaming anywhere, and we're working on the next Xbox as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Then
weird message. Keep going.
No,
so we
that's
can
fine.
finish
Let's
and
talk
then
about it. No,
have
let's talk about it. We've been talking about it as we go.
I feel like this conference, again, was great as a conference, and there's a lot of awesome games in there, and the presentation was very on point. But overall, weird messaging from Xbox, where it's like not really giving people reasons to buy an Xbox One if they don't already have one. You know, when we're talking about exclusives, like Xbox exclusives, it is still just Gears and Halo. Right, there wasn't anything else. I expected
Right.
them to have
From
something.
first party?
Yeah, and Forza, right? You
Sure.
know, I thought they would bring
Now, first party,
something else. But they didn't, you know, and them talking about the next console already, it's like, how much does that instill faith in people to be like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. No price drop announcement. No,
Oh,
like,
right.
There was like a lot of these like little details that I'm like, a lot of great games shown, and it's cool that they're shown on this stage, but a lot of people in the chat were saying like, oh, thanks for showing me a lot of the games I'm going to buy on PlayStation 4.
Yeah, they always
And
say
it's true.
that, though.
And they will always say it. But again, it is important for them to, like, I'm going to associate Devil May Cry with Xbox now.
Yeah.
And, like, chances are I'm going to buy it there because of Xbox One X.
For the enhancements? Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, I think that there is weird messaging going on. And for them to, like, slightly just be like, oh, yeah, cloud stuff, it's coming.
And then it was Cyberpunk 2077. The one more thing that wasn't super. I'm sorry. Wasn't anybody? Wasn't Rocksteady. No, they popped out, and that trailer was fucking awesome. I think, as I had said, like, okay, cool. Like, I like The Witcher, but it didn't. I mean, I put 30 hours into it and didn't even get through out of Act 1. but I liked what I saw and I enjoyed what I played. When they dropped the Cyberpunk teaser image, I was like, all right, whatever. Seeing that world, I was like, fuck, that's a world I do want to fuck around in, and I do want to explore, and I do want to get all cyberpunky RPG with it. That's awesome.
Did you see what Eric Iverson tweeted at us? The Cyberpunk Easter egg.
No.
During the glitch out stuff,
Yeah.
all of those were codes for The Witcher 3.
I told you. Start entering those codes.
And in the background, there was some red text, and I'm going to read the text. As soon as we concluded work on Blood and Wine, we were able to go full speed ahead with
Jesus.
CP 2077, a pre-production. Blah, 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 blah. But to the point, today is the day. If you're seeing this, mega corporations control all aspects of civilized life, and gangs rule the true single-player story-driven RPG. You'll be able to create your previews. Before we finish, you probably have some questions. Number one, when we told you we would only
This is
release
all
the game,
flashed on the screen?
we told you we would only release the game when it's ready. We meant it. To confirm anything, so patience is still required. Quality is the only thing that I'm assuming says that matters. Number two, how big? Seriously big. But to be honest, we have no bloody clue, and I'll start talking about any pre-orders or ask anything of you. Number three, free DLC expansions. Expect nothing less than you, and it seems like it's kind of blocked out. Number four, microtransactions in a single-player role-playing game. Are you nuts? Once again, thank you for your patience. If you have a minute, do visit, and that's, I guess, cyberpunk.net. Seriously, yours, CD Projekt Red team.
Nice. That's fucking awesome. God,
So
CD Projekt Red continues to be the
thank you for
coolest.
that Easter egg.
The fucking coolest.
Thank you for that Easter egg, Eric Iverson.
Good job.
EM Iverson on Twitter.
Are
That
you
was
a big
great.
fan of his brother Alan?
Alan Iverson, I mean, the answer.
Yeah.
He's got the answer.
And one.
What is the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alan Iverson, the answer.
Oh,
He was
you-
the answer.
I understand.
Yeah,
was
almost
the
beat
answer.
the Lakers, beat them in game one, and then just got fucking worked the rest of the
So,
game.
Tim,
Yes.
how was the conference overall?
Well, going back to Cyberpunk, I want to say that looked awesome, but I am really disappointed. That's all that we got. Like, I really feel like if Cyberpunk's going to be shown, you need to show more than that. We've seen a trailer before.
Have we?
We didn't
Yeah.
though. I mean, it was just like a freeze frame of a bullet like flying at a girl. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I looking at this, to me, I'm like, again, it looks fucking rad, but it's like, it's been so many years, and I know that they want to hold off, but it's like, if you're going to hold off, then hold off a little longer.
as much as I like obviously want to exist and live in this world, the only thing that I didn't like about it was it seemed very like edgy Watch Dogs to me, where the protagonist is like, in this world, blah blah blah. Like, I kind of wanted it to be more very dark, sort of Blade Runner-esque vibes, and really it kind of seemed like your protagonist is like this cool dude willing to do anything at all costs. And I don't know. That's the only thing that kind of bummed me out about it. But I'm still, I mean, the hype levels are up here, and it barely dropped a little bit. You know, still really up there.
I just feel like if it was exclusive to Xbox, I'd be way more like, all right, this is their Death Stranding. But it being multi-plat and all this, it's like, all right, well, it just seems kind of like almost, but not quite there.
Okay. Andy, what did you think overall?
Of the whole conference?
Yeah.
I thought it was great, man. I mean, they kept us in there. It was bang, 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 nonstop. Got a little slow in the middle, but you kind of expect that. You're not going to get all fucking fun from a Microsoft conference. You do have to get sort of the more technical things. I thought it was awesome. I was really excited about most of it. Even some of the games that I'm not necessarily interested in, they are games that other people really give a shit about.
Yeah, exactly.
The the anime section that was in the
Yes.
middle, super important. to do.
Absolutely.
And like coming from Xbox, that's the big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was great. Yeah, I can't wait for the next ones.
Yeah, it was a great conference. Like, you look back through this list of games, it's like you're saying, maybe they don't all speak to you, but there's a lot of great games on here that speak to a lot of people. I do think it was, especially coming off of EA yesterday, right? This is how you should be doing conferences of like, they came out, they were on it, they were talking, they were saying, like, they jumped in. There was so much excitement in the front of them, and they kept it going, right? And they amped it up as they went. And then, yeah, I think it comes down a little bit, but they get it back there at the end and keep going. And I think that was a great one more thing. A lot of surprises. Didn't expect to see the Fallout stuff. It's the same thing of, I think, I always go back to what Adam Boyce told us in 2015, right? That you do these conferences and you hope that you give all these announcements and everybody walks away with 3 or 4 things they're super stoked about. For me, just looking through it, I mean, it's easy for me to pull them out, right? Of like, all right, cool, the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit. Crackdown 3 isn't on the short list, but it was like, I'd dig around in that world
Hell
for
yeah.
sure. I like what I'm seeing in terms of that. I'm as just a nerd, I love that these 5 studios they have here. I'm excited to see what they can do with the full backing of Microsoft.
And I think that more importantly, them talking about that on an E3 stage is so
Shows the
important
commitment.
during this type of conference.
Yeah.
It shows their commitment. It makes me very excited for their next system.
Division 2, awesome as well. I know I already, Tomb Raider I've already played. I want to know more about it. I'll talk about it soon. youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. I like that Tunic's out there because that's a game for me. I like that they're giving this indie that much attention as well. And then even though they're not games for me, like the Gear stuff, awesome as an announcement. I'm glad Kevin's happy with Just Cause 4, Cyberpunk 2077. However, all that said, great conference, great announcements, everything else. All that said, right, out of the 5 things I just talked about that I'm excited for, how many of those can't I play on PlayStation?
Yeah.
And that who the fuck cares in the long run? You're going to play the game. It's going to be great. But it is, I know, like, I feel like our chat, as I look through the Twitch chat right now, seems like it's broken between like, oh, that's what I play on my PlayStation 4, or it was a 9 out of 10. It was an 8 out of 10.
Well, this is the start of them, with them announcing those 5 exclusive studios. Like, we are seeing,
They're
we are at
building
the
their first
origin
party.
of all
Yeah,
of this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This compared to last year's show, I thought last year's show was really awesome too.
Yeah.
This year's shows that it wasn't just a flash in the pan, that they get it and they are understanding
Yeah.
what to do from now on.
Again, that's the whole thing about Phil and his team. Like, they totally get it. They understand what they need to capitalize on, and they did. And they came out here and did the right thing of saying, hey, we are with these guys. But, we look at these studios, right? The Initiative, Undead Labs, Playground Games, Ninja Theory, Compulsion Games. Those are all games or studios that I really feel like their first game is probably going under this banner is probably going to be an Xbox 2.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
and
That's the thing.
That's great though. Like,
Sure,
let's build.
sure.
Let's build to that future because it's important. Because right now they don't have the goodwill of the people, and it is conferences like this that get them there.
Yeah. Great conference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really
Compared to
great conference.
yesterday's, yes. Very,
Yeah.
very good.
Great pacing, great conference, great announcements, good people, good speakers.
Yeah.
Good job, Microsoft.
Hell yeah, Microsoft.
You did the job.
You got
did
me.
the-
Where the fuck are you, Rocksteady?
They're hiding.
Come out, you cowards!
I was going to make a micro hard joke. You got me micro hard, but
Sorry, I had to
that's
take
fine.
my shot. I had to take my
Hey,
shot.
You got to do what you got to do, Greg.
You know what I mean?
You got to do
The
what you
cops
got to
gotta
do,
do
when you
man.
get the chance. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been
Fear Nick G says, lol, Greg is such a PlayStation fanboy. It's unreal. Fuck you. What did I just say? I mean,
all the people. I know Tim's a PlayStation
what the
fanboy.
fuck do you want me to do about that?
Ladies and
Break your
gentlemen,
dick off.
Break that fucking dick off. This has been Kind of Funny's Gamescast post-show analysis for Microsoft's E3 2018 press conference briefing. We will be doing live watch-alongs and post-show analysis for all of the different conferences going on this weekend. The next one is Bethesda. What's up?
Marcus Martin says, Andy's such a Neo Geo fanboy.
We got Bethesda coming up later tonight, and then tomorrow we got Square Enix, Ubisoft, and PlayStation the next day. Nintendo. It's going to be a good time for everybody involved. We'll see all of you later.
Bethesda post or pre-show, 6 o'clock, twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. And then that's the end of the YouTube video.